on UI7 Newsbreak, the University of Illinois Homecoming Parade is met with signs of protest against the chief.
The chief has been in the parade every single year, unfortunately, but since my time on campus, this has been the largest demonstration against it.
Then, local businesses prepare for one of the busiest weekends of the year.
And later, we'll meet 73-year-old Janet Mayall, who teaches line dancing.
UI7 Newsbreak starts now.
Hello, I'm Kelly Reyes.
And I'm Bianca Reyes. Welcome to UI7 Newsbreak.
This year's University of Illinois Homecoming Parade saw a little more than floats and candy.
UI7 Newsbreak's Conn was there when a locally debated issue stole the spotlight.
People of the University of Illinois community lined Wright Street Friday night for the traditional parade to kick off this year's homecoming. All of the usual suspects marched through campus, including some not happy with the continued presence of a retired university symbol.
The chief has been in the parade every single year, unfortunately, but since my time on campus, this has been the largest demonstration against it. This is the first time that the Illinois student government was the one organizing that protest.
The Illinois student government, along with several student organizations, demonstrated together throughout the ceremony. While those against the chief's entry made their feelings known, Ivan Dozier of the Honor the Chief Society wants the appearance to show that not all people are ready to see him go.
Very important to keep in mind that there are people on both sides of this issue, and Honor the Chief Society is all about education. That's one of the key facets of our organization, and so we hope that those students are able to reach out at some point.
Read the history!
Don't let them win!
Opponents of the chief had never formally met with those who continue to honor him, but they got their opportunity at the end of the parade. Protesters blocked the chief as he tried to head down Green Street at the end of the parade route. The group followed the portrayer wherever he walked until he eventually left campus.
Our goal is to educate alumni, our goal is to educate lovers of the University of Illinois that have traveled far ways to come to this parade, and our goal is to educate administration on why the chief is a racist mascot.
Though the exchange was heated, University Police spokesman Patrick Wade says there were no physical altercations. In Champaign-Urbana, I'm Conn, UI7 Newsbreak.
The Illini Republicans are at the forefront of the debate to preserve the chief. In a statement to UI7 Newsbreak, this is what they had to say. The Illini Republicans support the chief as a symbol of community, school pride, and as a way to honor Native Americans. What we hope to see in the future is more education and constructive debate about the symbol that is the chief. We do not want to see more feelings-driven acts of rage that lead to violence, crime, or suppression of opposing voices.
The Illini Democrats are also outspoken in the chief debate. When speaking with UI7 Newsbreak, they made their opposition to the chief very clear. They said, the Illini Democrats stand with the Illinois student government in condemning the racist caricature that is Chief Illiniwek. Indigenous people in this country have been victims of systematic oppression on all levels, ranging from theft of land to environmental injustice. When they say that the chief is a reinforcement of societal oppression, it is our responsibility to listen and to take action.
We went to the quad to find out what students had to say about the chief's presence on campus. Some offered various viewpoints on this controversial topic.
I don't think it should be here personally, because if other students aren't comfortable with it, then why not make everybody comfortable?
I think it's a little bit insensitive to Native Americans, and I mean, a mascot isn't really that big of a deal, so you might as well just make everyone happy and get rid of the chief.
I think it's all about this perspective, talking about how the racial issue got all involved, but I really don't see anything really problem with that. So
I would say that I understand why students would be protesting it. It would make sense, if people find him to be racially offensive and the whole cultural appropriation thing that's going on.
According to the News Gazette, University spokeswoman Robin Kaler says that tonight at 7 p.m. in the Pine Lounge of the Illini Union, a student government resolution is to be reintroduced that calls on Chancellor Robert Jones to revive the process of finding a new mascot.
U of I students continue to stand up for black rights and equality on the U of I campus. UI7's Samantha McQueen finds out why one alum feels it is more than just a movement.
Mine, but y'all have all not heard of it though.
Alicia Goin says she had to come support the students carrying the legacy of Black Power from when she was a student.
It's the power in the people. It's getting from behind our comfortable places behind our keyboards where it's very easy to put all the right things together and coming out and touching and looking in people's eyes and hearing the voices and hearing the stories. That's where the connections are going to be made.
Goins also says it is important to spread information about development of Black Power at U of I. Senior Karen Olowu is a co-leader organizer for the Black Students for Revolution. She says these events are made to educate and spread the word about Black.
It provides analysis of campus issues, but also national issues, Black culture, and things that are relevant to Black students and Black community members.
I'm here at one event of 3 that talks about the current challenges of the Black institutions here on the UIUC campus. During a time of discussion, attendees were able to share their stories about their own struggles they have faced due to the color of their skin. But Black Power does not just have an effect on adults in the community.
I think it's mostly about Black children because they grow up thinking that they can't do as much as a regular child can do, so they have self-doubt, and so I think that Black Power means like you can do whatever you want to do.
Her mother is very excited for this new movement and says the organization she was a part of as a student did not do anything this powerful.
The magic is in the people connecting to each other in real life, in real time.
The fight for Black Power and Black equality will continue. In Urbana, I'm Samantha McQueen, UI7 Newsbreak.
Police are looking for 2 people involved in damaging the campus menorah. The individuals were caught in the act on this security video. The incident occurred Friday night, and the police have yet to find those involved. This is the 4th time the menorah has been damaged since 2015. The menorah branch stolen this weekend was returned Sunday morning. The police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers.
After the break, UI7 Newsbreak's Yeon Kim talks to businesses about their preparations for homecoming.
And later, a Champaign Country Line dancing instructor shares her passion for teaching.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Here at GMI, we take things really seriously.
Oh, the economy is just booming. I can't believe it.
It is amazing. My portfolio is just so diverse right now. There's just too much money coming in.
Have you spoken with your stockbroker lately?
Oh, he's doing amazing for me right now.
I'm so glad.
There's just too
How
much.
is his family? Is he well?
Oh, I don't know, but he's making me so much.
Maybe not. Tune in Friday at 9 a.m. Good morning, Illini.
Welcome back to UI7 Newsbreak. Alumni from all over the nation came to the U of I campus this past weekend for homecoming festivities.
For local businesses, this meant months of prior anticipation. UI7 Newsbreak's Yeon Kim has more on how businesses prepare for one of the busiest weekends of the year.
Sounds of familiar voices filled the streets this past weekend as a university welcomed back its alumni.
Local businesses were the first to take advantage of this profitable event by taking previous measures to ensure a successful weekend. Game Day Spirits retail manager Corey Schumar says homecoming weekend calls for all hands on deck.
It's a date that we circle probably a month or two out. There's a lot of obviously heavy traffic weekends that lead up to that. But like I said, nothing compares to homecoming weekend.
Sorry about that. Cashier Julia Raydon says employees know the dates of homecoming weekend even before the start of the semester. They're expected to schedule plans around their work shifts due to high demand of customer service.
It's packed. We have huge storms of people where the line is honestly out the door sometimes. So we usually have 3 cash registers going at the same time.
Schumar says homecoming is the single biggest 3-day sales weekend the store will have for the entire year.
Perfect, you're all set. Have a good one.
He says it's extremely vital for the staff to capture opportunities like homecoming and to listen to the wants and needs of their customers.
You know, I haven't been able to put on a percentage on it just yet, but you talk about traditional retailers like ourselves where almost 2/3 of your year is made during that, you know, 3rd, 4th quarter of your year.
Local businesses like the I-Hotel prepare for the influx of alumni months before the actual kickoff of homecoming weekend. Businesses say the key to success is prior planning.
When you plan ahead, there's no concern. You know what you're expecting, like chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're prepared for it.
Despite all 125 rooms being booked, Santhanam says ironing out the finer details ahead of time guaranteed a smooth operation. In Champaign, Yeon Kim, UI7 Newsbreak.
For some U of I students and alumni, their homecoming celebration started Friday night exploring the space at the annual Observatory open house. The observatory opens its roof for visitors at the house to look at the sky through its 120-year-old refracting telescope. People were given a tour by members of the U of I Astronomical Society organization and watch how telescopes are set up. Older and smaller telescopes and collections were also on display. They had been used for previous research. U of I alumni Gina Samarco says she comes back every year for homecoming, but this is her first time at the observatory.
So it's really interesting hearing about how old, how long this has been here, how long the building's been here and the telescope, like 1896. It's cloudy tonight, so we can't, look at anything through the telescope, but it's still pretty interesting.
People also use the event as an opportunity to talk to astronomy professors about their careers.
On this week's edition of CU Neighbor, we meet 73-year-old Janet Mayle, who teaches line dancing every week. UI7 Newsbreak's Krista Temple finds out about her love for dancing and teaching.
It's Wednesday night at the City Center, and Janet Mayle is doing what she does best, teaching country line dancing.
You take some people that don't know and say they don't know their left foot from their right foot. Well, I just love showing them there's a difference, and after I teach them and they say, oh, I can do this, and they're so tickled to death that they can do a dance.
Mayle has been teaching line dancing in the area for years. Some people, like Brittany Ackerman, have followed Mayle as she has taught at different locations.
She just loves teaching, and she'll never ever feel free or scared to ask a question. She's always there to help, and so she's great.
A variety of people from older folks to college students come to learn a new dance and get some exercise. Wednesday nights are country night at the City Center and the perfect time to learn how to line dance. But Janet was dancing long before most of her students were even born. Mayle found her love for dancing through roller skating. Her older sister, Beverly Mullins, says she started skating when she was 6 years old.
When I would go roller skating, I'd have to take her with me. And by the time she was 12, she was the best roller skater in the rink.
Yeah, I'll bring it back 2 hours.
Roller skating expanded into taking dance lessons when she was old enough to drive herself to the studio. These tap and jazz lessons transferred perfectly into country line dancing when she discovered it in the early 80s. She's been teaching for as long as she's been dancing and says nothing will ever stop her.
Jump, jump, jump. And I'll just go to my grave dancing because it's so much fun. Put your left foot out in front.
And that's why you can find Janet Mayle teaching line dancing every Wednesday nights at the City Center. In Champaign, Krista Temple, UI7 Newsbreak.
To see more of UI7 Newsbreak, follow us on Facebook.
Or check out our recorded shows and other stories on our YouTube page.
That's all we have for this edition of UI7 Newsbreak. Don't forget to set your clocks back 1 hour on Sunday for daylight savings time.
Thanks for watching and have a great day.